guys, today we'll be making an adorable poofy Valentine's Day deco mesh wreath. What you will need, I have a 16-inch wreath ring with the stems attached. You can also use a plain wreath ring and attach your own stems. An adorable sign for the center, 21-inch deco mesh, as well as 6-inch deco mesh. You can also use 10-inch deco mesh, Chanel stems, scissors or a rotary cutter, and a hot glue gun. Alright, let's get started. Hey, so the first thing I always do is raise all of my stems. I feel like it just makes the wreath making process so much faster when you do so. Alright, and then I'm going to start with my 21-inch mesh or 10-inch mesh if that's what you're using. Going to fold it to a nice little point, and I'm going to start on the outer ring. Choose a stem, place my mesh, twist it a couple of times, and then I'm going to pull my mesh and make a nice little poof and place it in my next stem and twist it a couple of times. Now the size of the poof, that is completely up to you. You can go with a large poof, a small poof. You can measure each poof if you want them exactly the same, but I just kind of estimate, and it makes a pretty adorable wreath that way. But again, whatever you prefer. So I'm going to pull my mesh and make another poof and place it in the next outer stem. Alright, so then I'm going to finish making poofs on my outer ring and repeat the same steps for my inner ring. You could also double the mesh if you want it thicker, or if there's a brighter color that you're using. Double the mesh with the same color or with two different colors. I've done both and they both look so adorable. So go with whatever fits your needs. Around to my first stem, I'm going to make a poof, untwist my stem, place my mesh, and twist it back just to make it one cohesive loop. And then I'm going to start over on the inner ring. I'm going to cut away the excess mesh, and now on to the inner ring. It looks so cute and poofy already. So let's get our mesh and start adding it to each of our stems. Alright, so next thing I did is cut the rest of my 21-inch mesh into 10-inch long pieces. And you can skip this step and go straight to the 6-inch mesh if you choose to do so. But I wanted to add in just a little extra cutesy girly curl. I'm going to take my mesh maybe a couple of inches from the end, scrunch it, place it in my stem, twist it a couple of times, make a little poof, and then come a couple of inches from the other end, scrunch it. So the first end was on the inner ring, and my second end is going to diagonal across to the outer stem. Place my mesh and twist it a couple of times. And that gives you like two cute little curls with an extra poof in the center. You can keep it rolled like this, or you can even kind of unravel it a little bit and poof it out more. I'm going to keep it rolled until I get all of my mesh in place and then see which style I like better. So I'm going to do this all the way around my ring, scrunching it a couple of inches from the end, placing it on my inner ring, twisting it a couple of times, making a nice poof, and scrunching the other end and placing it on the outer ring. Just like that. So I'm going to do that all the way around my wreath. I like to do this just to give it some extra fullness and extra cutesy curls. But it also helps with not having any leftover 21-inch mesh. It kind of helps use the rest of that mesh up so you're not wasting it, which I love. So I have all that mesh in place. As you can see, it's very large and poofy. It's so cute and precious. Now I'm going to add in 6-inch mesh to each of my sections. With the 6-inch mesh, you can roll it at a cute little curl, or you can roll it at a diagonal, whichever you prefer. For this specific wreath, I think I'm going to go with the diagonal. So I'm going to take my 6-inch mesh, roll it at a diagonal, take another piece, and I think I'm going to go with 1 red and 2 white. And then I'm just rolling all of my pieces at a diagonal, and I'm crisscrossing all of them so that they're all visible. Scrunch it in the center. Find my stem, place my mesh, and twist, twist, twist. and then tuck it away because I'm not going to add any more mesh after this. And it's so cute and precious. You can add in as much mesh or as little mesh as you prefer. You really don't have to add in a 6-inch mesh, or if you want to just stick with all 21-inch mesh. The possibilities are endless. But I'm going to go ahead and get all of my mesh placed on my inner and outer rings, and then we'll add our sign to the center. It's looking so cute and precious already. Alright, I'm going to get the rest of my mesh placed and show you what it's looking like. Alright, inner ring is complete. Now I'm moving on to the outer ring. Alright, so I have all of my mesh in place. It's so gorgeous and poofy. You could definitely leave it like this. I've done that several times. It makes a gorgeous wreath. Or you can add in any additional embellishments. You can add in ribbon, hearts, flowers, whatever you prefer. Just have fun with it and make it your own. Today I'm going to add this adorable sign to the center just to finish off our wreath. But it's so cute and poofy. You can definitely leave it like this or add in any flowers, ribbon, hearts, any other decor that you'd like. Just have fun. So I'm going to take 2 stems, twist them together to form one long stem for the top and one for the bottom. And then I'm going to hot glue it in place. Making sure I have enough of my stem hanging off the side of the sign to allow me to easily attach it to my wreath ring. Alright, so now I'm going to place my sign in the center of my wreath, but I'm going to kind of push the mesh outward so I don't cover too much of it with my sign. And I'm going to snugly place my sign in the center and then just push the mesh aside and attach the stem to the actual wreath ring and twist it a couple of times and then tuck it away. And then replace your mesh. And I'm going to repeat this step for all 4 stems. Alright, then I'm just adjusting my mesh, making sure I don't have any gaps or spaces. It looks so cute and adorable. And you are all done. So cute, simple, and easy to make. Modify the color, the style, add in any additional embellishments you prefer. Or you don't have to add any embellishments. Just make it your own.